Precision Recruitment, Logistics and Engineering, formerly Octopus Staffing and Recruitment. Logistics and Engineering provides services to a diverse range of clients throughout Australia and the Asia Pacific region. These include permanent and contract placements of professional and executive logistics, supply chain, engineering and facilities management staff. With me right now we have Jeff Southby, the General Manager. First of all, welcome.
Thanks, Mike. Nice to be here.
And great to have you here. We'll talk about other things except football, all right?
Okay.
Tell us about the company and how it's evolved.
The company, originally the company is, well, our parent company is the United Recruitment Group, and that's owned by Greg Lee, who started the company about 15 years ago in Melbourne, and he developed a niche in hospitality, and he also developed a strong niche in the healthcare and aged care area. Yes. And those two niches exist under separate brands at the moment.
Right.
And my division, I joined the business about 4 years ago to establish the Precision brand. So, and my background has been very strong in recruitment, in logistics and supply chain, and building through into engineering in more recent years. So.
Okay, it sounds it's a long-winded way of what you're placing specific people in specific jobs. How does it actually work?
Yeah, basically we place people both at the professional and executive level, from say graduates, lowest management levels up to the most senior management, in organisations that require senior logistics people, senior transport, warehousing, distribution people, senior engineering people, as well as project engineers.
So it's very specialised?
Very specialised, and the sorts of clients that we work for can range from major manufacturers through government business to the providers of transport and logistics services, and even into companies such as providers of facilities management and engineering project management services.
So who are some of your clients?
One of my big clients, who I'm going to visit this afternoon, is the Connex organisation, Connex Melbourne, which provides all the metropolitan passenger rail services in Melbourne. And, and Connex, I've got a team of project engineers in their technical services division, which is an area that they provide internal engineering, consulting and project management services to their own business, Connex, to help them improve with things like station upgrades and track upgrades and rolling stock improvements and things like that.
So what are you looking for when you start the process, and actually how does the process actually start, and then what are you looking for in that particular applicant or in that particular group?
Well, in particular, for example, with Connex on the engineering side, I would get a call from Connex and say, look, we're in the market to find another project manager, project engineer. We probably need a civil engineer this time. I know it's a tough market out there at the moment. Can we come and have a chat about it, and let's work out what we really need to look for. So we basically develop a position description with our client, and following that we go through a search process that could involve advertising, electronic advertising, it could involve print media advertising. We've got an extensive database of candidates in both engineering and logistics, so we can find people on our database that we've actually spoken to before and checked out before, and so we combine those sorts of search capabilities and come up with a short list of likely candidates for our client, and our client will then go through a process of interviewing. We would facilitate all the interviewing process with our client, and then do reference checking of the likely candidates that they want to pick, and eventually the candidate makes a decision on which particular, the client makes a decision on which candidate they'd like to select, and from there there's usually a very happy outcome, because you've got a very pleased candidate or applicant and a very pleased client, and so it's out from there.
What about sourcing staff? I mean, is there a shortage?
There is a shortage in the engineering area, not so much in the logistics and supply chain field at the moment. Engineering is very much in demand. It's the big mining and resources boom has created very much a shortage in places like Melbourne and Sydney and Brisbane, where we've got offices, and we've actually got a Perth office, so we've got plenty of work for our people in Perth. But yeah, finding likely candidates in engineering has been a real challenge for us.
So where do you find them from? If they're not there?
We're sourcing them from overseas as well as locally. We need to have good networks within all sorts of industries to be able to make contact with likely candidates who might be somewhat sort of passive job seekers, and if there's a good opportunity for them to make a move, then we'll talk to them about that. So that's
if you were to say bring people from overseas, of course their transport is covered, the movement part is covered, so they're encouraged to come over here. How do we address then, you think, the shortage problem then? I mean, obviously...
Well, the Australian Immigration Department and Australia is addressing shortages in certain technical areas, and engineering is one of those, and certainly at the trades end as well. In the technical areas, there's a lot of shortage in Australia, and so there are people being sought, quality. There's some quality people coming from all sorts of organisations and countries like... countries like the UK are providing some quality people who want to make the move to Australia. There's also the likes of Asia and India, where some good quality people from cultures that are a little bit different to Australia, but some of these people have been able to work in global organisations and are able to fit in fairly quickly with the Australian business culture, which reflects pretty much some of the multinationals these days. So,
what about the other way around, providing Australians to work overseas? Do you also?
Yeah, well, look, in our logistics area, I provide a lot of staff to the providers of logistics services, the companies like Toll and TNT and Seva Logistics, and some of the global logistics companies that are traditionally called freight forwarding businesses. And one of my key clients is a company called United. It's UTI Worldwide, yes. And UTI Worldwide are a large global logistics services business, and I've had a number of large senior placements in places like Singapore and China, where there's a great demand for Australians, expats, good quality expats to go over there and work in that environment. So.
And you didn't have any hand in recruiting Chris Judd?
Well, I tell you what, I'm very happy about that, being a former Carlton man, and
yes.
Chris Judd, what an amazing footballer, and yeah, look, he reflects the quality of what I'm striving to in the people that I recruit for our clients.
That's just fantastic. And just quickly, how do you think Carlton will do this year, or next year?
Look, Carlton have got a long way to go on the field, but I'm very pleased with what they've done off the field. They've really got their act together with some great leadership off the field, and I think now that Chris Judd's coming on board, we're getting, and with our young recruits starting to mature, we'll certainly be a lot better off the field, on the field as well. So.
Okay, just back to the other side of the coin. If somebody wants to find out more about your company, how do they do that?
They can call us. Certainly, first of all, make contact with our website, which is www.precision.jobs, and they can contact me on that website, through that website.
Yes.
Jeff Southby at precision.jobs is also my email address.
Yes.
And our number is 1300 360 362.
Jeff Southby, a pleasure chatting with you.
Thanks,
That
Mike.
was very easy, wasn't it?
Thanks very much.
Lovely. Thank you.